Hi, my name is Poeartistry. I am excited to welcome you to James Poeartistry Productions. You are tuning into an incredible experience known as Poeartistry Gold, where we delve into the art of commentary, storytelling and poetry. We aim to bring you inspiring and thought-provoking content.
This is a Poeartistry Gold moment by the author James Lynch. Hello, Perceptive Reader. This is James Lynch, and welcome to Poeartistry Gold number 171. This podcast that I'm making right now is to let you know that is to continue to have references that you can use as far as when I make the statement, I may not be perfect, but overall, I'm happy in the decisions that I've made as far as when it comes to addressing people and how people should be addressed for any type of situation, especially the ones that are the most difficult, okay? And the reason why it is necessary that I continue to emphasize these things to you is because, hey, on the world stage of court cases, so to speak, there is still a straight up challenge as far as the type of people who want to be a part of ones as administrators and other types of positions where, remember, the responsibility is some people use different titles, whether they call it royalty or what have you, queens, kings, and things of that nature. That is the way a lot of people think. They may think on another level of CEOs, chief executive officers, chief financial officers, and things of that nature. All of those type of responsibilities, what do? Well, they make, control, and even have final say where money goes, how money affects people's lives. And even to the point that if they misuse that authority, even in negligence or ignorance, how it can do more damage than just really their own personality or character, the way people may view them. Remember, somebody may lose respect for you, but it is better for somebody to lose respect for you than you to try to cover that up by actually having people lose their life for your respect. Okay, so the whole point that I want to talk about in this reference, I want to give you something to meditate on when I say that when it comes to different philosophies and policies that people have created that have been based on psychology, sociology, and then the deeper methods of knowledge of spiritism, straight up spiritism as well. You see, there are some people, and I wouldn't say it to them unless I realize I'm actually on that congenial type level of, hey, we can talk like this. We're having a nice conversation in this way or that way, over any type of beverage. So what I'm going to state next, I'm still stating in general, but it's not one of those type of things that you would just probably call somebody out by name. But what I'm still telling you, there are some people who, again, they state they want to do what's right. They have a lot of principles that they apply and things of that nature, and it's good because especially that's their intentions to do what's right. Yet the way that this world still runs, it runs in ways sometimes that they find out later. That's like, oh, so you mean the reason why we still place this policy or this tax even in this way is so that it can actually do something that really, it gets yourself paid, but it is still not totally even in alignment with what you really want to be able to do or reject or what have you. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you that the saying is so true by what Jesus was stating about the world. And the way that Paul talked about conscience. So the world would function the way that the world functions. And in general, there are actually different, and I'm not going to get specific on it, but there are still actually even medical practices that people engage in today, certain treatments, if you will, today, that let me tell you, there are some persons who got the love of God, love Jesus like I don't know what, will have no problem with taking this type of treatment. And then you actually have the same type of persons with the same mindset, you see, and intentions, that let me tell you, they will have a very difficult time taking that same type of treatment. And it's not because of the way it makes them feel physically either. It's actually a conscious reason as to why they won't. So you still have to show both of those persons dignity, do you not? Now, let me give you an illustration that I've mentioned to you quite before several times, but this I want to take this to a different reason of importance, you see. Even though persons, when they were in school, from elementary to high school, because some persons, as far as their education, it's interesting as far as the specialized treatment that some of them did receive, see, on an educational level. You see, and it was sometimes when people were giving speeches about persons who were in these, sometimes they call them special classes, sometimes they call them, I don't know if they use the word alternative learning skills or methods or special education or whatever. No matter what was the name or title of these different classes, you see, sometimes the peers and the students around them had still just all sorts of other names, derogatory in that way when they were mentioning them. So if the teacher who may be over one of these classes, you see, and had a student that maybe they had to spend a little bit more time with because even a student may be self-professed and said, it's taking me a little bit more time or slower for me to still comprehend what is being said in this paragraph. Or that way, the teacher may even say to the student, yes, I recognize this. So this is the way we're going to help in this matter. Instead of you maybe having this paragraph in this way, what we're going to do is we're going to even break that paragraph a little bit more. So as you go right back to what, hey, it took to learn how to write even a full paragraph, one sentence at a time, one sentence at a time. If some of the students had to go back to doing that, this is the type of teaching methods that were still used in those classes that, as I told you, the peers outside the classes might have just said, slow, dummy, this and that, or what have you. I'm just telling you. All the same, that class was doing what it was supposed to do, and it was actually still making sure everything was done just right for that student's mind to comprehend it, you see, making sure of all things in that way. And the students who had an appreciation for such, they continue to go on and they will be good at certain things that they may not have been good at before, even. So, what am I telling you today when I say being happy about the way you may have treated people even over the years in different ways, where some may felt didn't deserve this type of treatment or not? Well, you know what? You can just use this example. Take care of yourself.